So, ladies and gents, we're going to shuffle on to our next topic now, which is not a surprise that this was going to happen, but Super Mario Bros. Movie to score at least 85 to 90 million plus 5-day, but is bound to mushroom early box office outlook. This movie will be gigantic. This will be a huge movie, I think.
This will be the biggest movie of the year.
Oh, that's a big prediction. Really? Come on now, Andre. I was going to go on, but I'm going to give you the floor. What do you think then?
I think this movie here is going to surprise us all. I think this movie, because all the kids are going to see this movie. Don't underestimate how huge Super Mario is with all the kids. And they're going to be taking their parents, and they're going to want to be taken again and again. And even people that don't have any kids are going to want to see it because it may be getting good reviews. It has Chris Pratt. That's going to turn some people off, but those people will have to go anyway for all the other reasons. But that's going to bring in some people that maybe otherwise wouldn't be going. So unless this movie is absolutely terrible in its own right, I think this movie has a really decent shot of being the biggest movie of the year for two reasons. One, all the things working for it. The other is ain't nothing that can compete with it. At least not that I can see. Unless Mission Impossible later comes and pulls a Top Gun Maverick, which I have a hard time seeing, then I don't see much else that could challenge this for the biggest movie of the year. I think this is going to fly past 1 billion, and I don't see too much else this year that has a chance to do that.
Well, one person disagrees with you. So I do read the chit chat as we're going through this. Vespertilio review says, no, The Flash will be because of Keaton. Sorry, screw Mario. I've got to respectfully disagree. Michael Keaton is not as big of a draw as Super Mario. Not in any way, shape, or form. No way. Like Michael Keaton, just for argument's sake, the pick is currently strong with boys and girls under 12 equally. So that's huge for families. Boys and girls under 12-year-olds love the look of Super Mario. However, it's also strong with the gamer sect of guys under 25. That is your huge consumer base right there.
That's your repeat use right there.
Under 12, no one fucking knows who Michael Keaton is, mate. Sorry, not going to lie.
And then you got the diehard Mario fans.
Who Michael Keaton is.
They go all the way back to the 80s.
Yeah. So, no, Michael Keaton, unfortunately, I disagree that, The Flash will take no. Look, the Flash will do well, but it's not going to be the biggest movie of the year. 100% it will not be the biggest movie of the year.
And also, I just have to highlight that Culture Casino is playing his Nintendo Switch right there. That Nintendo Switch, that has done so much for Mario's popularity. I mean, that whole console looked like a dud when it came out, but it has only grown and grown and grown in the years since, when every other console of its generation grew stale and got replaced. The Nintendo Switch just kept on growing. And that thing right there, and especially Super Mario Kart 8 on it, that has caused Super Mario to skyrocket.
But also keep it popular with everyone now currently.
Yes.
That's the thing, right? Michael Keaton, if you compare it, like, just for argument's sake, I'm not trying to rag on your comment at all.
No.
But it's topical, because if we're saying that The Flash is going to be the biggest movie of the year versus Super Mario Bros., you've got to remember what's the draw of The Flash. It's not Michael Keaton's the draw of The Flash for us, for our generation, not children. Children will be looking at him going, "Hey, he looks like a prune. He's an old guy." To a child, right? That's what they will think when they look at him. They're not going to have the nostalgia at all. They don't have that connection. The only way I would disagree with Andre in terms of Super Mario Bros. Being the biggest movie of the year is with the Mission Impossible films, because you're on the back end of Top Gun Maverick, and because Tom Cruise's stardom is so strong at the moment. I think there will be people that will be looking to go to Mission Impossible that maybe weren't looking to go before. but that's the only way I could see that Mission Impossible would beat out Mario. Outside of that, I think you do have you've got a good chance of Super Mario being the biggest movie of the year.
I think so too. I mean, it's between those two, unless there is some dark horse candidate to come out.
What else is out there this year?
I don't think there's anything kid-friendly, not like those.
That seismic, right?
Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible. This is the only thing. Well, yeah, that's not for kids, but I look. The reason that I believe that not only will Super Mario Brothers be the biggest movie of the year, unless for whatever reason Mission Impossible can compete with it, which Andre and I are going to disagree on that. That's fine, because I think it's going to be huge. But it's a 4-quadrant film. You don't have.
Yes, yeah, that's right. You're completely right.
Yeah, and look, I love Keaton, so don't get me wrong. I mean, I want to see Keaton. It's the only reason I'm going to see The Flash. This is, hand to God.
But that's a perfect example of what I mean, isn't it? Keaton's the only draw for our generation, predominantly, right? You start going younger and younger. They're like, who? Michael, who? What?
Yeah, I mean, absent what I've heard is that there's going to be so much of him in that film. If I had not heard that he would be a presence in the film, and he just had merely a cameo, I would not see the film because I dislike what's been going on in the background so much. Because I'm plugged into a lot of stuff, and much like the Aquaman film, which I have no interest in at the end of the year. It's completely driven by the people and personalities and everything else surrounding them that have been going on. I mean, you can't forgive that. So
no.
Yeah, and somebody else in the chat just brought up a good point, saying also Mario is global.
It is.
The Flash is not as global as Mario.
Yeah, you're completely right. I mean, who is Ezra Miller?
Well, not Ezra Miller, but the Flash.
No, I know,
and Batman.
Well, I will say they know Ezra Miller in Hawaii. They know him in Iceland. He's not going to work out in any of those places.
That's hilarious. But no, what haven't we? What title have we not even brought up?
We don't know what.
Indiana Jones.
No, that won't do $1 billion.
It's gonna suck rocks. I'm worried about the box office for that, Paulie. I mean,
that's $1 billion.
I'm not worried.
You're fine with it failing.
I mean,
I
see make a movie. It's gonna fail, and it deserves it.
Point. Let's look at KK's resume. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I kind of I'm conflicted because who doesn't love Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones?
Best case scenario,
it doesn't matter. He'll get paid.
That movie is gonna do okay. The best we can possibly hope for is that movie is going to be better than we hope, and or that we. That'll be as good as we hope, and it won't be anywhere near what we fear it's going to be, and that it will give Harrison Ford a respectful farewell to the franchise. That's kind of what we hope for. If that succeeds, but still, have to keep this in mind, exactly what Nate said about generations and everything. Kids today, they don't connect with Michael Keaton as Batman. And I don't know how many kids, people under 20, care that much about Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones, or hell, Indiana Jones in general, unless that was something that was passed to them by their parents who would be our age, like the age of between us panelists right here, unless they have parents like us who would have them grow up with Indiana Jones, so they have that childhood nostalgia.
No. I'm with
audiences go see this movie about the final exit of an old man they don't care anything about.
I'm totally with you on Indiana Jones. I do think, and I do see kids, little ones, still wearing the Batman T-shirts. Doesn't really matter.
Batman's universal, absolutely.
I was going to say, it doesn't really matter who the Batman is right now. So I think you're going to see a lot of families going to, which is kind of crazy. You're going to see a lot of families going to see the Flash. And And I really feel strongly about this just because with the breakdown of people that went to go see Scream this past weekend were a huge, large percentage of Latino families. I mean, it was crazy. I see that happening for the Flash. I honestly do, because of the Flash and the Batman merchandise.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how Mario sort of spans out.
Oh,
We've
they're
got
gonna
our
be all
hot
over it.
predictions. Well, we've got our hot predictions. Biggest movie of the year. We'll obviously wrap it up, as it comes out and see how that goes.